Hey guys, Tom once again for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So as you can see, we have started in on Project Ugly Duckling, otherwise known as the 1969 911T Targa. I'll come back to that in a few minutes. Let's talk about what Rafa did today. So he worked on the 64 Turquoise bus, and as you can see here, the Safari windows are partially in. Somehow we were missing the wing nuts, which you tighten down when they come out, which actually holds them open. Don't know where those are. May not have got them with the kit somehow. These were supplied by the customer, but nonetheless, we'll get a set of those. Other than that, and then the window to body seal, which is kind of like a pinch welt on a Beetle rear quarter pop out. We need to get that, so I'm going to order that and those wing nuts, and then we can pretty much finish installation of those up. Rafa also went ahead and did the Dynamat on both the front doors. So you can see the black in there, and likewise on the passenger side. Yeah, so they're all Dynamated up. Should be nice and quiet going down the road in this car. And then he went ahead and installed pretty much all the panels in the rear of the bus, with the exception of the rear hatch. Still needs to go in, and I think the mechanism isn't done yet on that one, which is why we're holding off. But yeah, all the other panels in the back went in, so cargo doors and the long panel there. Ooh, look at that little back one there. So yeah, lots of progress on this one today. This thing's really starting to come together. Still some parts we're having to source. We need to find the door opening remotes for the front. So the things that go, about right here where you turn that to get out of the car when you're inside of it. Still need to source those, but yeah, this bus is moving right along. So this is what Rafa worked on today, and for the most part did the things I mentioned. I think there might have been another small thing or two, but yeah, moving right along. So this thing, let me talk about this. So I decided today to not work on any customer cars, but to work on Project Ugly Duckling, because I just couldn't wait any longer. I've got this car, Jesus, it's been 2 weeks, week and a half. I don't know, when I lost track of time. Time goes so fast. But anyway, I decided to go ahead and tear into this car today, literally. So those of you that have seen videos showing this car when it first came in know that this fender was completely demolished from about here forward. So let me actually walk over and show that fender. So there it is. Yeah, pretty much from about mid-fender forward. I mean, you can see the headlight is literally like facing sideways. This thing is so bad. And then here is, of course, the lens that was on it. And then actually the lens was also no good on the other side. Luckily, this car, part of the parts that it came with a bunch of spare parts. I think the owner had purchased most of what he needed to, or all of what he needed to, I think, actually, including a replacement fender to put the car back together. So here's the headlight, which you can see all the glass busted out of it, and it's all mutilated. And then this is the actual housing for the front indicator. So yeah, this thing he smacked something pretty hard. I don't know how fast he was going or how fast the other vehicle was going or whatever, but pretty much tacoed the front half of this fender. So that came off today, and luckily the chassis, the body underneath there was really good. So he got lucky, and I think he hit a pickup truck or something that was high enough that there was pretty much minimal damage to any of the understructure here. You can see this got pushed in a little bit. That's pretty much it. This bumper bracket here, which picks up the bumper, and then it also gets the bottom of the headlight bucket here. This thing was kind of mangled, so I straightened it out. So the the front bumper was kind of going down like that, so I straightened this bracket up here, and then this part here had got pushed back that way quite a way, so kind of straightened it out. I think it's pretty close now. I may need to tweak it a little bit more once I get the fender on and get it all fit and stuff. But yeah, the fender is an original fender. It's actually really, really nice. It's probably going to be one of the nicest parts on this car. I just, for now, I mean, obviously I'm not going to keep this car brown long term. So I pulled off the gas filler door, pulled that off and brought it to Home Depot and bought 3 cans of brown paint and found the one that was closest. It's a bit lighter than this color, but compared to the other ones I had, they both had way more red in them. So even though the one, and you'll see it tomorrow, I'll probably go ahead and put this fender on tomorrow. So hopefully on tomorrow's video, you'll see this with its replacement fender on. Not a great color match. It's a bit lighter, but better than the other 2 paints that I got, which had a lot more like reddish tone in them. So yeah, it's not perfect, but obviously the plan is to do full paint and body on this car someday. The fender, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, the fender was silver when I got it. Beautiful condition, but it stuck out like a sore thumb on this car. So just for sake of like looking slightly less crappy, I painted it in a non-matching brown. Figured that was better than silver, kind of like glaring at you. So anyway, yeah, probably tomorrow I'll go ahead and put the fender on. I've test fit the fender many times, and the gaps and everything are really nice, which is great. It means that, you know, none of the damage here was so bad that it put this off or anything back here. The body lines all look pretty nice. I've had it on 2 or 3 times test fitting it, and I think it's going to look pretty good. And then I have the new, or a good used headlight assembly. I think I showed you earlier. I have the front indicator light assembly for it. I have, I think their new set of these little air inlet grills, although these aren't bad. They actually probably go with the car better than the really nice ones that I have. So I may just leave these kind of riding ones on for now. The one on this side wasn't damaged, so probably just roll with it. Found out some kind of cool things about this car today. One of which is, if I can get this wheel to turn here, is that it has adjustable sway bars front and back. These are Weltmeister, I think is the name of the company that makes these. So you can see where the link connects to the front A-arm and then comes up. And then basically you loosen this bit here up and you can slide it along the length of this tube, and that either stiffens or softens the front sway bar. So it's got this adjustable sway bar on the front, and then it also has the version of this sway bar on the back as well, the rear version. And so yeah, this thing has adjustable front and rear sway bars on it. So that was kind of a nice surprise. I didn't know that until I pulled the fender off. And then, as you guys may remember, when I brought the car in, it does have a 2.7 liter motor instead of a 2 liter. So a bit of a hot rod here. I may actually just go with the hot rod thing and be a little less concerned about, trying to put this car, totally correct, because, it's already got aftermarket sway bars. It's got a bigger motor. So I may not paint it the original red color. I may go with white or something like that I like a lot more. But we'll see. I may just have some fun with it and not worry so much about originality per se, because it's already pretty unoriginal as far as parts on it and stuff. Who knows? So stay tuned and you'll find out here over time. But for now, yeah, plan is to get that fender on and then probably go through the carbs and the fuel system and then fire this thing up here hopefully in the next week or so. Again, this is kind of a side project for me. I need to work on people's cars to earn money. So this one, for the most part, I'm going to be doing just a little bit here and there, but I will keep you guys posted as we move along on it. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.